Hey everyone. Hi. Let let people join. Hey, this is Manpreet. I will be your host today. I lead product and engineering efforts at Breaks. And yeah, means I'm currently joining in from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We are getting some nicer warmer days here after so long. I would love to know from where all you are joining. Yeah, please drop your location and maybe how's the weather there in the chat so that people know. There's so many participants who are joining, so they would love to know your location. And yeah, I'll wait for some more time to start to let people join. Uh, Florida, oh man, you guys always have a good weather. I envy you. Yeah, India is hot. I know. I talk to my family. Louisiana, France. How's the weather in France currently? Okay, yeah. So maybe a one more minute or so. Oh, raining. Yeah, it's like I'm in Toronto and we came out of a long winter and now if it rains, I hate it. I want to be enjoying a good weather. It shouldn't be raining. I don't want to be inside. UK, yeah, I know. UK is like us, but maybe a little bit better in weather. But okay, so I hope people have joined. So let's start again. I will be your host today. I lead product and engineering efforts at Bricks, and uh, okay, I think yeah. I lead production engineering efforts in Bricks, and we would be going through few of the things. Someone joined from the same account, so I was looking at that. Sorry for that, but yeah. So let's go through it. What we will be covering today. So we are going to show you how to use Bricks to create dashboard from your spreadsheet data with AI. That's what everyone is doing nowadays. Uh, Okay, so I'll try to not move away from my mic. So, yeah, today we are going to show you how to use Bricks to create dashboard and from your spreadsheet data with AI. So AI, everyone uses AI, and I hope it's useful. Uh, is it like I'm hearing? I'm getting to see messages that people are not able to hear me. Can you confirm that you can hear me in the messages in the webinar chat? Yeah, means okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. So, okay, so we'll go through step by step demo, live demo of how to create a dashboard, and then after this, there is a sweet surprise for you all. We just introduced a feature today and I love that feature. Means I think this would make you look even better. Like I use this term that bricks make people look good. I think this would make you look even better with this new feature. And we would obviously be going through Q&A. I'm looking at the chat while I'm talking here, so I hate that it's a one-way conversation, but please use the chat so that we could make it as interactive as we could. So it shouldn't be just me blabbering stuff when you can't hear. Okay, what can you do with Bricks? Bricks is the AI data analyst to create dashboard and reports. You would hear about dashboard and reports for so many, like every so often, because that's what we do. We are world best in class data AI data analyst tool. We provide beautiful visuals. We provide powerful data support. Historically, we started as a spreadsheet company, so our data support is great. Means it's like it's it is above par from any other software out there, and we made sure that we made it not for software engineers or like people who are very tech savvy. We made it for people who want it to be done easily. And obviously we have advanced features which other people can as also use, but yeah. So what are the features that we are going to be talking about today? We are going to go through the whole process as well, because I know many of you are joining for the first time, and other people already are using product for so long. So I'll just go through the basics as well, but main feature that I'm going to go through today is like we have introduced new charts, we have embeddable dashboards now for advanced users. We have dashboard export as XLS format, so that like we have been hearing you guys and you have been asking for Excel exports, and that's what we have done for you. There are infographics, and there is one more surprise that I would introduce. I'll let you know at the end. Actually, there are two surprises, so wait for it, stay with me, and we'll cover that. What about privacy? This is the first slide that we usually cover in webinars, because we know that we are dealing with data. We have clients from financial institutions, and they are in US, so you know how the rules are for the data security over there. So we know we prioritize privacy and security. We know that data has to be secure. We are following industry leading practices. We have our team is from like bigger corporations, and they all understand why it is important and what needs to be done to secure the data. And one more thing is, your data is never used for AI training. You are coming here to use our product, and we are not at the end of that we are asking for money for that. We are not using your data for that. So that's why nothing is free. But if if it is free, then your data is probably being used, but we are not free. So yeah, that you're good there. So let me go through the dashboard tutorials. Let's do it together. I'll just open app.abrix.com, and let me attach a file. So I have this unicorn data that I tend to use for webinars. So I'll use that. And what you could do is you could specify instructions here, and like it could be as detailed as you want. But if you're lazy as me and you want just AI to surprise you, means I could say surprise me, but I don't want it. It's just like say create dashboard, and it would try creating a dashboard. Basically this is the flow which we have spent so many engineering hours on to. Means we have a best in class team working on the dashboard functionality. How this all works is by having a multiple agents working for you. AI is giving AI is giving this possibility to everyone to be able to have the advanced mode. You wouldn't need to click on the generate button, but I have had the advanced mode on, so that's why it showed me the plan. So AI has given this possibility for everyone to own the team without actually owning the team. What you're doing when you're using Bricks is you are owning a team, small team who works with you to enable you for your data visualization and data analysis journey. What the team is doing? The team is like there are multiple members in the team. One member is good at figuring out what the data is about. Other member is good at figuring out what the charts we should be making out of this data. And then there are other members who are actually looking at the charts which are generated, and figuring out what are the insightful things that should be told from that charts. And then there's another one who is actually just finalizing and making sure everything is looking good. So you have bunch of people in the team that's working for you. I always look at this metric. So if you see it when you're making a dashboard and you see that, like I'll first go through the dashboard, and I was like, okay, it's I know about this dashboard, and I know it can't be wrong, so I'll just be like, okay, helpful. So but you could say no, these are the number that we are looking at. Basically the data was, let me show you the data. This was this data. So this is a button which you could use to hide and show the chat. And this is the data that we have imported. So this is a company name, valuation, date joint, country, city, industry. So for each of the company, what is their valuation, and we have it in pounds. Yeah, so this is because I was experimenting with something, and that's when I changed it. But anyhow, so this is a board it created without me saying anything, and I like it. I think this is looking great in itself. We have bunch of charts there, which are beautiful. We have tables. These are summary, kind of a summary tables, and this tells the story that people need to know. There are overall insights, and there are insights specific to particular charts and stuff like that. What I could do on top of that is I could try to just change the themes from here, or I could try to change the themes from here. So you have a design button here. You should be making use of it. If you're not, just try out the different variations and see what works best for you. So we provide a very easy to use themes over here. Basically, I love the creative one because I feel good looking at it. And then you could also build your own brand themes by just uploading a logo or a screenshot. It's as easy as uploading a logo or screenshot, means nothing else. So everything in the product we have made sure that it is simplified as much as we can do. So yeah, that should be useful. What else you could do? All these components are editable. So if I, let's say, if one of the particular insights are not looking great, I could decide to delete that. I could move the blocks in width. I could even quickly see different kind of charts here. So there's a arrow button which helps you change the chart types, so you could make it look even better as per your choices. You could change and say that whatsoever you want to say. I don't want to say anything, so I'll just remove one thing. But this is editable again, and so this is one of the thing which people love about bricks, that uh, everything that we are giving is editable, and you are not just like uh, you're means one of the thing is like whatsoever you're getting is correct most of the time, but if there is something which is not up to the mark, so then you could just go delete it, or you could just change it. You have the full flexibility to do things as you want. And okay, so and what I could do is I could also use like, let's say, AI to change stuff. So I could say I selected this. I could say that make this chart into a bar chart, or anything more about the data, like you know your data, and you could specifically ask for things, and the AI would work in for you to figure out what exactly how exactly this command should be served. And there are other shortcuts, which is like to add the chart, add tables, add filters, and stuff like that. Okay, so it changed it to a bar chart. I'll just look at the comments. I know there are a couple of questions being asked there. So first question is Aditya is saying, I'm already using and loving Bricks dashboard feature. Thanks, Aditya. And yes, if you love Bricks, if you're using Bricks, you should go out and talk about Bricks. That's what we want from you. And I'll talk more about this later, but basically we are looking out in internet for the people who wants to talk about bricks, who are the user of bricks, and we are bringing them uh, for our internal for impacting the roadmap, and for acting as a hero for bricks. So we could give more details if you would ask on the email, but yeah, so thanks for showing the love. When you export the dashboard to Excel, is the dashboard still dynamic? So far it's only dynamic on the bricks website. That's the beauty of our export. Actually, when you export as XLS, it would be dynamic, so you would be able to change stuff and things like that. Maybe we would be able to see live. I haven't tried it on my this system. Maybe we should try together and see. I was trying to get a comparison of data for multiple periods, also to calculate quarterly figures from from only year to data iterative account. Can I do that? It seemed to be only working with, it should be working with multiple sheets. So you could basically, what I could say is, if I'm in the data and I have something in the dashboard data and Unicode data, I could just use the table names here. This is like the name on top. This is a table name. I usually end up changing the names when I'm working in bricks, so I could say unicorn data table, so unicorn table or something. So you now, I when I'm saying here, I could just mention that update something in unicorn table, and while taking data uh, from metrics. Yeah, so okay, so multiple sheet but no multiple documents. Yeah, you are correct there. We do support from multiple sheets inside one document, but not multiple documents. uh, but would love to hear more about this. Please feel free to chat with us on that. When creating, can I link my chat GPT with bricks? Oh, that's an interesting request. You should send us a text using a help chat, and we would love to hear from you. But okay, let's move ahead. And this is a dashboard that you're seeing, and we went through some of the theming, customization, charts, and stuff like that. What I wanted to show you was uh, you could also do visualizations, like you could make a geomap and stuff like that. Basically, let's say there is a countries. I want to just know from US perspective, uh, what is the, for US data, create a geomap of the valuations. So in multiple of the valuations. So basically, this is a more complicated query because we want to do for US, and then we want to do it for particular city. And let's see, I haven't run this query earlier, so let's see, geomap of the valuations with respect to cities. So this is a very new feature that I'm also playing first time, that we Bricks geomap can only plot values by supported. Uh, Go ahead, use states. So it would try to map the city names to the state names, and then could should do that. But currently data doesn't include. Yes. Would you like to try to create a table and map city to state? So again, I was telling you, this is the first time I was playing with this feature. So let's see what I did here. Bunch of things. I tried to ask for a geomap. It is saying that only states are possible. I tried to use state. It's saying that no, you can't do that because there's no state data. Then I asked it to create a new table and map city to state, and then able to use. Then I will be able to use that for the geomap. So this is how you interact with AI. I was talking to someone. I was like, interacting with AI is like interacting with people. And sometime you would have to find different ways to talk to people about certain things. But yeah, so I hope, yeah, you see there's a geomap with valuation from each of the each of the state. So California, obviously topmost, Texas, Washington. This is the data I'm looking at first time. And also you could use these buttons over here to add filters, add chart, add tables, and stuff like that. Let's say everything that we have made, we make sure to and do it as per. So this is a map table, US city to state mapping that it has used. If you want to review and check like what exactly how exactly it mapped it, you could verify over here. But then also like there are a bunch of features, so you could add filter control for this dashboard that would let you do things dynamically. So if I want to just look at the data for specific, let's say industry, financial services, then I could just select that and it would reflect that data. And now I know about the financial services thing. So this is particularly specifically useful when you are getting into the data and trying to figure out what is the right way that you should be presenting this data or something like that. So this was it. And then I wanted to show you like how, like when you're looking at this data, nothing is to filter still work when you export to Excel. Using in Excel you could use slices for paper chart. That's a good request. I think that we could utilize product feature request, because I wouldn't think that we have it currently. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Most probably it is we don't have the filters being exported from bricks itself. So one of the other thing which I wanted to show you was the data changes. So what you could do is, so one thing that you would realize is when you are doing when you are on the board, when you add the filter data, underlying data would be filtered. So when you're looking at the data, I've seen people like sending a message on the chat and like, oh, I'm not looking at I'm not able to see my data. It's because some filter has been applied on your data. So what I usually do, like you could do it from here, or probably better way is to just go here and just remove the filter. uh, and now you are able to see the full data. Now let's say ByteDance is 166. I want to like let me choose some other company. Let I don't want to make this company to have a way more valuation, but let's say Instacart somehow is on has a way more valuation than what we are seeing. So what should happen is I should see the total valuation sum being increased, and Instacart should start showing up in the other charts and tables which are like this highest valued unicorns. So whatsoever the data changes that you make, these are all refreshing your dashboard in real time. So you have this there. Now basically what we could, how the 200, let me check some. I would be seeing the chat messages, and let me means keep asking questions. This is important. How the 200 requests per month work? Is the reset done each beginning month? Usually the reset is done when your payment has been made. So your billing cycle for each of you is different. And like for me, let's say it is 5th of May, it would change to 200 on 5th of May. So yeah. Okay, so basically when I apply the filters, you see the message like dashboard is updated with new data. Do you want to update the text insights? So basically after every refresh, you could probably filter, you could update the refresh the insights if you want to present this as a report. But we don't do it automatically because it's just like takes way longer time for you to analyze the data, um, and also cost you AI credits. Okay, so one of the other thing which I could show you, which we have made because people wanted to do daily, monthly, and weekly reports. That's what so many other people are doing in bricks. So I use the sales data here. I'm now not in the advanced mode, so you could see in the fast mode it's preparing the data, planning the layout, everything. Again, I did nothing, I just imported the data and it started working for me. So this is a beauty that we don't get anywhere else, only in bricks. But yeah, so there's a reuse functionality where you could change the dashboard as you want, and then you could reuse the dashboard, that particular dashboard for your daily reports or your monthly reports or your weekly reports, and you would need not to like keep working on the new report template every time. uh, so let it be done. Then I'll show you how it works. Yeah, meanwhile, again, if you have any other messages or questions, let me know. I see there are some question answers in Q&A. When creating, can I link my, I think these are the same messages, questions which we have answered live. So I'm not looking at the Q&A. Usually, like just use the chat for the question. That's way better place currently. And let it generate the insights, and then we'll see other things that we want to go through together. AI usually, what I other thing that I love is like in this webinar I could show you the live demo of AI creating dashboards. This is because I trust Bricks to get it right 99% of the time, 95% of the time, and also it is fast enough. It's not as slow as other. So you could do way more experimentations while doing this. And so this is a dashboard that we have created. Let's say sale cookie sales dashboard for April. I want to use specific image here. Let's say. Bricks logo or something so that I could show the branding. And I've created this nice looking, this is not nice, but let's say it is nice. Now it's nicer. So we have created this Bricks dashboard, and now I want to be reusing it for different type of data. So what I could do is there are a bunch of things I could append the data as well. If I want, if I have more data, let's say this was April's data, and I want to append January and March data onto the same table. I could do that, and it should reflect the new data as well now. So you could see in the charts January, March. So I just clicked on the update data and appended data. And also I could try to refresh the insight. In this case, I want to actually refresh the insights because I appended the new data here. And it should be able to it should be able to do this. And let me I'm looking at the message. Can you more elaborate on the premium plan? I used all the 200 requests in April. When I tried to use the tool in May, I was asked to pay again. I have already paid $300 for the full year. I don't understand. Okay, if you have gotten an annual plan, and but you have gotten an not an annual pro plan but the premium plan, your limits would still apply. And it would should be like, if it you started in the middle of April sometime, the limit would reset in the middle of May or something. But in any which way, we have this chat button. If you for your specific query, we should be able to happy to take it on. Just send us a message. We have real human talking to people here, so most of the time. But yeah, we should be able to look at it. Okay, so now we were able to append to data, and I could also reuse, as I was saying, that I want to if I want to reuse this dashboard, I could also reuse with the new data that I have. Okay, so this is it about usually what I do for the reusing. I just attach a new file, and it should be able to take that data. Okay, I'll now show you what was the new things in here. Let me see. We covered new charts, we covered embeddable. We haven't covered embeddable dashboards. We'll cover that. Then there is a dashboard export, XLSX format, infographics. Let me show you the export. Why I wasn't clicking on this was because we have this new feature now. Basically what you could do is for the exports to make you look even better, I say about this thing that we make people look good. If you want to make if to make you look even better, we have like new uh, let me use this data. We have new layouts now. These are, we call it quick layouts internally. And now what we do is, like, what you could do is, you could, when you're clicking at it, you're looking at the sample dashboards. We spent so much time because because you many of you were asking for one page reports. Many of you were asking for different looks and feels for your for reports, for dashboard and reports. So we have created all this so you could check each and every one. We would add more as we will see the uses, how which one is being used more, and as you guys would ask us on the chat. But let's say I want to use this particular dashboard for my own thing, so I'll click on that. I'm looking at the sample preview currently, but if I click on the generate, it would use my data to generate a new dashboard, so with the HTML flow. So this was all part of the import export flow. Once you click on the export, you will see these dashboards. You click on the quick layouts, you click on the generate, and we would be able to generate it. And AI is working hard to make it get right. So it would take time, but good things take a little bit time. And what we make sure is your data doesn't get messed up when we are getting when we are getting I'm looking at the chat as well. So yeah, I'll prefer gray and light blue for. Yep, means we would definitely like just send. I think your message in chat. I'll look into it, but we are adding more quick layouts as people are asking about it. So make sure to ask about it. But yeah, what I was saying was this would make your your reports look way more lively in many of the cases, and you could still export it as PDF and as HTML. For now, we haven't supported advanced formats like PowerPoint, Excel, Tableau, Power BI for this specific use case. And but you could still go to standard and do the Power BI, or you do the PowerPoint and Excel. Tableau is there. Power BI is just I am seeing it, but you wouldn't see it. But Tableau, but that would tell you that we are working on the Tableau, Power BI as well. So you have the Tableau exports available for you now. This is also a new release that we have pushed out. So make sure to use that as well. And yeah, so it's still making the dashboard, but look at it, how beautiful it is looking. So it's generating the preview. We have put a lot of hard work to keep the correctness of the dashboard and still make it look really great for you. So I would let it work for some time. I was told to not show this as in the demo because this is a new thing and it would be taking a little bit of time, but I decided to show it any which way because I'm super excited about this feature, and I hope you would be excited about it as well when you will get to use this feature. And that's why we have pushed it already live. I think just while the webinar is happening, a new release is out, and I'm using for app.zabrix.com with this feature. And also, so you look at this has now all the data from my own dashboard into this beautiful format, which I could export as a PDF if I want to. And I could also do, like, if I go to standard dashboard, I could also export as a Tableau file and PowerPoint file or Excel file and stuff like that. Now there were two things. One is new quick layouts. There was Tableau, but one more thing is HTML embeddable dashboard. So you could click on the HTML, you could export as HTML, and you would be able to have the HTML dashboard workings for you. So this is actually available for so this HTML is available for any of the downloads, but there is in the share button you have get embeddable dashboards, and you could create an embeddable dashboard. This would be able to this would give you a link that you would be able to use for on your internal, means anywhere you want to present it. This is a link for that dashboard, and this is a copy of the iframe. If you're technical enough, you would be able to use this. Is advanced use case. And we do have way more like embeddability possibilities and API possibilities in the enterprise plan. If you any of you want to discuss about that, feel free to send us a chat message and we would be happy to take that up. And also we do have connectors available. So like talking about the enterprise, you see so many connectors, and we have an interested button because we decide on the basis of your interest, should we push these connectors live to all the users or not. If a lot of users has shown the interest, then we will find out a cost effective way to put it out. But otherwise, if you're looking at something here and you want it for enterprise access, feel free to send us a message, and we would be able to enable these connectors for you as well, because that's what we do for other users. um, but yeah, so this was it basically from the exports perspective. Now you have this wonderful looking exports, and this is the one I've generated. So you could tell by saying sample preview, or this is a generated one. I could regenerate it if I want. And the embeddable dashboards are live from here, which I could use. Okay, what else I missed? I have a regular export from. Okay, I'm looking at the chat messages. I tend to forget that I need to tell you guys. I have a regular export from my ERP that I need to rework on breaks to cross the information. What is the best way to structure the workboards or update them every month? I don't know your specific use case. What I've showed you is a reuse dashboard and stuff like that. That's super useful. But we have a button for the chat here, which you should be using. And for this kind of request where you are trying to figure out how to use bricks best, we should be able to help you over there. So, and also when you subscribe, you usually get an email, and you guys get a one-on-one conversation with one of us in the team. I think you guys should probably using making use of that as well. But yeah, and now with all these things, these are all in like multiple buckets: premium plan, pro plan. So what you should be doing is, like, if you want to access these new features, you might need to upgrade to pro plan. So you might not have access to all the features that we have discussed today, but pro plan would have access to all the features. So there's a you should be seeing an upgrade button which you could click to upgrade yourself to pro. And if you need any help over there, feel free to reach out to us, and we should be able to help on that as well. Would we get the recording after? Yes, you would probably you should get an email after this. And this email would have a link of the webinar recording. This webinar recording would be hosted on YouTube. So over there again, as I was telling you guys earlier, we are trying to figure out a bunch of people from you guys who would be a hero for bricks and would be able to tell more about bricks to other people. So just go to YouTube video, which will send you the link of, and try to comment on that video, like the video, subscribe to channels, and we would be like, let's make a community over there, and we would be happy to help you, um, being for anything and everything, as you would send us a messages. Okay, what about the privacy aspect of our data? As I told you, and as we covered in the initial slides, that w- uh, we don't we take the privacy very uh, it's a very important thing for us. And we have clients which are financial institution. If you go to our own main website, we have a one hero user who is from credit union itself. So if you are in US, you would know what credit union is, and this user is like talking about going out and talking about our product. So yeah, we he wouldn't talk about us if we wouldn't take privacy and security as the primary thing. Will filters be able to filter based on a work week, or do I need to have work week data in my Excel file? You would need to, again, specifically on this one, I'll have to check, but you should be able to make it work by having the data and then using that data probably to create the filters. But if for this anything specific, you could just send us a message, and we should be able to help you over there. But yeah, so meanwhile, while like we still have some time, so what I wanted to show you is like you could use AI for a few things which you might haven't used it for. And let's say this is a table. I'll go to so always click on the design button, and then you have multiple themes there, and there is a standard theme. I'll go to standard, and I want to see like highlight any anomaly in the data as red. So you could use AI to update the UI, update the tables, do the customizations in the table, and it would be able to go through the data, make the changes, and see. Because we messed it up, and it AI is smart enough to understand that you messed up the Instacart. It's not $8,000, £8,000 valuation. So stuff like that is super useful. You could use one of the other advanced use cases, as someone else asked me earlier, how could I make use of multiple files. So when you're creating a dashboard, attach multiple files here. So and it would put everything into one file, and but it would solve your purpose of being able to talk about data. So I could specifically mention advanced use cases here. That's also the possibility. And then, like, yeah, uh, this is what could be done. Okay, so I think we have covered everything, and this has been super nice experience for me. I hope you guys all enjoyed as well. Let's go through last couple of things. I did attach multiple, but it only returned analysis of one of the files. You could mention in the chat that use all the means, not in the chat. Basically, here you could say use data from both files. If it doesn't work for specifically for your use case for something, you should be able to tell us. What spreadsheet button do? Spreadsheet button actually just works on the spreadsheet, not on the visual layer. Dashboard is our core product, but we do have a spreadsheet. We have spent so much time doing the spreadsheet. So when you create a spreadsheet, it would just bring the data in the data thing, and you could run the AI commands to do stuff on the spreadsheet. Oh, one of the thing which okay, I need you to do is, please go to this. Let me start polling. We have 3 4 minutes, and I had forget totally, but we need to start polls. Let me start a poll. Okay, I'm launching a poll. Please answer some of the questions in the poll. This is super useful for us. This data is helping us decide what you guys care more about, and we would be using this data to add more feature as we have been doing earlier. But yeah, I'll give some time for this poll to be answered. But let me take the questions meanwhile. How to combine multiple data table to do a comparison of the two? So you could, when you are here, you could just say the table name. Like, let's say this is April. I could just change the name if I want, or I could keep the original name, table 02 and April. So I could say that uh, top 10 entries of units solved from table 02 and April data. So something like this. So basically you could just mention the table names and ask AI to do that on either on the board or data, and you should be able to handle that. Oh, I realized I'm not sharing my screen for you to show you that, because we were doing. So let me just do that. So this is what I did. I have to answer the last question. We have a data in 2 sheets, and I just combined that using AI chat, and it worked for us. Okay, so cool. This is it, and now thanks for answering the questions. I think people are still doing it, so I'll let it for some time. But meanwhile, we'll send an email with a webinar recap. You should again interact with the video and show us some love, and reach out to us from the help in bricks, and we should be able to help you with any of the things that you want help on. And you rest assured, you talk to real human, not AI. So that's one thing. Okay, thank you, thanks a lot, and thanks for joining in, and thanks for spending this time with me.